So what's all the hype about LPT Realty? Is it here to stay and it's game changing, or is it just a flash in the pan that's going to disappear? Well, you're in luck. In this video, I'm going to break down everything you need to know about LPT Realty, help you decide if it's for you or not. At the end of this video, you should at least understand what the model is, what the hype's all about, and you should fully understand LPT Realty. Let's get into it. Now, if you don't already know me, my name is Mike Smuts. I'm an LPT agent, full disclosure. I love LPT, came to LPT. I love helping agents, no matter what brokers they're in, sell more real estate. So if you find this content helpful, please like and subscribe. Not all of our content is about LPT Realty. Want to promise you that. But if you are interested in hearing more about LPT Realty, feel free to contact me or my partner, William Rojas, that's also on this channel, by using the contact info down below, or go to talklptrealty.com to schedule a one-on-one Zoom call, no pressure consultation to see if LPT Realty is right for you. And if at the end of the conversation the answer is no, we'll be honest, no pressure, no obligation, doesn't matter. So first off, what is LPT? If you clicked on this video and you've never heard of the company, you're probably wondering what it is. LPT Realty is a relatively new brokerage. It's only been open for about 2 years as of the time of filming this video, and is the fastest growing brokerage ever. Now, LPT Realty is a cloud-based brokerage platform, but unlike a lot of these other cloud-based brokerage platforms, it is offering full service benefits with 2 comp plans, which we'll get to in a second, one of which being 100% commission pricing. It offers stock awards and revenue share, which makes it very unique. It's a hybrid model, which we'll get to in a second and explain that. Now, before we start going into the nitty-gritty details of the business, you should probably understand a little bit about the founder. The founder, Robert Palmer, is kind of what makes LPT special. If you've never heard of Robert Palmer, probably not from Florida. Don't worry, I'm not either. He started this company called RP Funding. He's been in the business for 20 plus years. He's a self-taught coder and marketing specialist with growing his business of RP Funding, but then also another company called Listing Power Tools, which we'll talk about more in a second, to multi-million-dollar statuses, making him a very accomplished businessman. So Listing Power Tools, LPT. I wonder if that has any correlation. Well, you'd be right if that was your thought. So Listing Power Tools is still a company. It's still around today. But what it does and what it did before LPT was around was a company where you'd pay a set amount, about $400 a month, I think, give or take. Don't quote me on that. It's probably changed. I remember this being big when I was at other brokerages, and they would market to us, and a lot of agents were using it. So you pay about $400 a month and you get a box of marketing materials with every single listing you have. Remember, Robert Palmer has spent millions of dollars, about $150 million in advertising his other companies, this one included, and RP Funding. He's kind of a self-taught marketing expert. So he took what he learned in his marketing efforts and bundled it to give it to agents. So that, plus the 3 books that he started publishing about real estate sales, kind of got him on the real estate sales side. Because remember, before this, he was just in the lending side. Then eventually he had the idea to take the tools that he was providing and give that to agents through a brokerage. LPT was born. Listing Power Tools became LPT Realty. That's the elevator pitch version of where the company kind of came from and who's behind it. Now let's talk about those comp plans. Like I said, unlike any other brokerage to ever exist before, there are 2 comp plans, not just one. Most brokerages, you just get one set split, one set cap, or if you're lucky enough to even have a cap, some brokerages don't even, and that's it. There's no choice. Well, LPT Realty decided it wants to be agent choice first in your brokerage for life. What does that mean? It means throughout separate phases of your business, it wants to be able to grow and adapt to you. So with that in mind, it has 2 comp plans. It has the Business Builder plan and a Brokerage Partner plan. So the Business Builder is 100% commission. You pay a $500 transaction fee for your first 10 transactions because it's $500 with a $5,000 cap. Doesn't matter if you're selling a $6 million listing, you're only getting charged $500 and you're getting the rest. Then after 10 of those, You're capped and you're truly getting 100%. That is the business builder plan. Now, the brokerage partner plan is a more traditional, what you'd expect from other brokerages. It's an 80-20 split with a $15,000 cap. Now, both plans can build a downline, bring people in, and both plans earn stock on, their sales through rewards and systems like that, which we can talk about in a second. But the main difference between the two is with the business builder, it's more meant on somebody because this company is more real estate first, unlike some other cloud brokerages that I won't mention that is very recruiting first. They want to make sure that sales are happening. So if somebody doesn't care about building a team, doesn't care about making rev share, building a downline, doesn't care about getting extra stock, because you still get stock on the business builder, but you get more on the brokerage partner, they would go on the business builder plan because you're keeping more money in your bottom line. Now, if you want to grow a team, you would need to be on the brokerage partner plan. If you want to earn rev share, because you can build a downline on either, you just don't get receive rev share when you are on the business builder program. So you have to be on the brokerage partner program to earn revenue share. So both plans come with zero, and I mean none, no sign-on fees, period, and no monthly fees, which is crazy. Now, there is a $500 annual fee paid from your first transaction that covers your E&O. A lot of brokerages will charge you monthly, quarterly, or even per transaction. It's one time out of your very first transaction, $500 that covers you for the entire year of your E&O. Then there's also a $195 transaction fee that will get charged to the client as part of your transaction fee. I charge my transaction coordinator and this transaction fee of $195. You can also choose to pay it too in those situations. So that is the comp plans broken down in a nutshell. Now let's talk about what you get, the tools that you get to go out and get more business. So remember that listing power tools box that we talked about briefly before? Well, that company still exists. Those print shops still exist, but now they're part of this company, LPT. That means with every single listing you take, you're getting a big box of marketing materials for absolutely free. You do pay shipping, but shipping's relatively cheap. You get a big box of marketing material specifically for that property that includes a ton of stuff. Sign riders, mailers, postcards, door hangers, even little business cards with their information on the front, which is insane that you get that for absolutely free. Here's the box. As you can see, I'm holding it upside down. So here's the box. As you can see, I have it branded with my real estate company on it, because this box, when you sign up, you get a free box to use as your demo box to bring to listing presentation. I chose to put my branding here. You can choose not to do that or just leave LPT there, or leave it blank because nobody sees that box. But for this one I chose. If you open it up, the first thing you get is a property rider. You have your own phone number that is associated with your account, and then you have a message. So this is a caller text capture, and it also gets personalized with an exterior picture of the home and two interiors. You can actually pick this and pick what color it is. This is a sign rider that attaches to your sign. This gets a lot of captures. I constantly am getting leads from people that are reaching out to me from this, because what happens is they'll text this code and you'll get their information and they'll get a link to the single property site. That's free buyer leads just for being at LPT. So the next thing, and each one of these is going to be customized to the property you order it to, but I'm going to go through these quick because there's a lot in this box and there's more I want to talk about. But business cards. So I give these to the client and they can hand these out. It's really cool. It's a business card. One side has my information, one side has their property. You also get those in foldable. So these fold like this way. They're in plastic wrap, but these fold and become a little T, so you can put them down on, like if you're doing an open house. You get, these are thank you cards. So these will open up and have an interior where you can write thank you cards. I tend to use these for open houses where people will come, and there is an open house version of this too, by the way. But anytime you have a conversation about the listing, that you're talking about, you have a thank you card with the photo of the listing on it. It opens up. On the back, it has your photo and your logo and your contact info. But I write, thank you for talking to me about 123 Main Street, and it's right on the front. Very memorable. And then you also get, these are postcards. So you can see it's got my contact information, my logo, that same call to text. All of this has that same information that was on the sign writer, so people can call and text, capture leads off of these. And keep in mind, you're getting all this for absolutely free. These are my favorite. So these, you saw those other postcards. These are just jumbo versions of those. This is massive. This is, a sheet of paper, same size as a yellow legal pad. So jumbo postcards to send out, which are cool, or hand out if you're a door knocker. These are little brochures. So these actually open up, and you can see a lot of stuff, more info about the house, which is really cool. Again, branded to you. All you have to do is upload a couple pictures and hit go. And then last but not least, you have, and you can customize what it says. It doesn't have to say just listed, but we have door hangers. So if you want to go around and talk to the neighbors. And then honestly, some of the best stuff is this single property kind of, let me get the glare away, is this single property kind of little flyer hand sheet, like a small version of the flyer. So that's the listing power tools box that kind of started the company and kind of is the backbone of the company, where LPT kind of gets its name from. Now, it's awesome. We get those for free with every listing. Don't get me wrong. So that's kind of the listing power tools box where we get our namesake from. And one of the very many unique selling propositions that we have here, as well as that hybrid model. Now, if you don't have a listing, you can get what's called a prospecting power pack. You could just purchase it from the print shop, which markets the next thing we're going to talk about, which is your branded magazines. This is a really cool, actually branded magazine that brings the seller through. It's like a little keepsake. Has your face on it, your contact info. Looks like you made it. Because LPT really likes branding the agent over the company. This is kind of the period on your brand, but it's really agent focused. And this, with your contact info, this will sit on somebody's coffee table for a while after you meet with them, because this is a full-blown magazine. It looks expensive. Because we own the print shop, it's actually really cheap to get these. But if you got a prospect and power pack, this is what it would look like. There's also ones like 9 Critical Questions and some other types of magazines that you can order. Not just this one. This one's my favorite, though, because this one is the active marketing plan that brings through what you do to get listings sold. And if you're a listing-based seller, you really need this. But there are also options for buyers and other options that are out there. No copywriting, no designing, nothing. All you do is give them your headshot. The AI cuts its background out. You choose where to put it and everything. Same with, did I mention the billboards? Same with the billboards, signs, anything. Facebook ads. There's so much. I could be spending hours here, and we can cover each specific tool in detail, because what I want to do is, instead of just telling you about the tools, actually show you how to use them. So I might do a video fully on the listing power tools box, go more in depth about everything there, show you me using them. Leave a like if you think that's going to be a good video. Same with the prospecting power pack. I have one sitting over there. Same with all the magazines. I have everything. And same with the Facebook ads that we're able to do. We also have a just listed, just sold postcard campaign. So if you, all you have to do, because we own the print shop, is select the listing you have, select how many houses around it you want to send a postcard to, quickly using the Desi AI designer. It designs everything for you, makes this simple, same way you would design this magazine. Design a quick little just listed postcard, click send, they'll print it and ship it all out for you. And it is very cost effective compared to all these other companies that you can out there. I send just listed and just sold postcards with every one of my listings, because it is just so cheap with how you can do it. Because we own the print shop, you're pretty much just paying for postage, which is kind of crazy. So like I said, I will do a full videos breaking down each one of these in particular, because this video would be 3 hours long if I went too into depth. But just know there's lots of marketing out there, including getting your face on a billboard with your first sale a lot of times, which is freaking awesome, as well as AI designed social media templates. If you're wanting to post on social media and stuff like that. Here, you probably have seen some of those examples pop up as we go. So let's talk about your tech stack. Keeping on brand of LPT with agent choice, LPT actually doesn't have one type of tech stack that you are obligated or shoehorned into using. A lot of the times with these brokerages, they will have one tech stack that they want you to use, or if you want to get something else, you pay out of pocket for that, and you almost have to do the work twice or pay someone to do the work twice, which is really annoying. So depending on what CRM and transaction management tool you're using, LPT has you covered, because we have a choice between 3 CRMs and 2 transaction management softwares, with probably more going to come soon, I can imagine. Just how the idea, there's nothing confirmed, this is just me speculating, but knowing how the company goes, probably as demand grows and the company grows, we're probably going to get more, because like the thing we talked about next, this company changes and grows quick. You have a choice between 3 CRMs, Lofty, or what used to be Chime, Follow Up Boss, and KV Core. So if you're already using KV Core, awesome. If you're already using Lofty, awesome. If you're already using Follow Up Boss, like myself, awesome. The cool thing about Follow Up Boss, because Follow Up Boss does not come with a website like Lofty or KV Core, is that if you have and choose to go with the Follow Up Boss option, they'll still give you a Lofty account so you can get your agent website with Lofty, and they'll actually connect the two, which I think is brilliant. Now the transaction management side. So some people love .loop, some people love SkySlope, some people can't stand .loop, some people can't stand SkySlope. It's really dependent. So the brokerage said, use whichever one you want. We have an option between .loop and SkySlope for your transaction management and, getting your things approved with the office. Just great, because people like me who love .loop can keep using .loop, or people who, let's say they're at some other brokerage, won't name any names, that uses SkySlope, doesn't want to learn something new, can come in and use SkySlope. And I hear a lot of good things about SkySlope. I've just never personally used it. I've always been a .loop user, and before coming to LPT, I was with a company that used DocuSign, and DocuSign was not that great. Like I said, there is no monthly fees, but there is an added benefit that was added to LPT recently, and I think this is a game changer that no other companies are doing. The no monthly fees thing is great, but they said, what if there was an optional thing where you can choose, it's not mandatory, it's optional, but you can choose to add in and pay monthly to this and get a whole suite of tools that we're leveraging, because so many people are in the company that you get it for a lot cheaper. So a lot of this stuff I was paying for myself, and I was paying a lot more money. So I personally choose to do this. Again, you don't have to. If you don't want any of these tools, you don't have to do it. But this is called LPT Plus. For brokerage partners, that's the 80-20 split. It's $89 a month. And for business builders, that's 100%. It's $149 a month. This comes with things like Zudilio, which is a cash offer platform, which I love. Every time I go on a listing presentation, or if I just talk to somebody that wants an offer, I can give them a cash offer almost immediately. And I'm going to be doing some videos on Zudilio, because I think Zudilio is a freaking fantastic platform. It helps me get in the door and helps me give more options to clients. In fact, I just sent one to a listing presentation. I lost. I went on a listing presentation. Let's back up. I didn't technically lose it. Went on a listing presentation. The numbers didn't make sense. The guy did not want to sell because, his motivation wasn't high enough to go through the selling process. Put him in Zudilio, got him a cash offer. Cash offer was he would only net $5,000 less than he would have with going through the hassle of putting it on the market, going through inspections and all that. So cash offer, he was able to just take it, sell it immediately, and not have to go through all that. And guess what? I still got my commission from Zudilio. Zudilio's awesome. I was paying $150 a month just for Zudilio before this. So everything else I view as is free because I was already paying for that. But things like those prospecting power packs I talked about, we're going to be getting those. We're also getting free prospecting lists, so we get leads with this, which is like a likely to sell algorithm. We get something called AM cards, which I'm using. I've been using it for years. Love it. In my opinion, it's better than mailbox power. It comes in, and what you do is you can set people on drip campaigns, send out postcards. For example, let's say I sold a house to somebody, a buyer, and I want to do a happy home anniversary, or I want to do a happy birthday card. What you could do is set in there, and it also syncs with Follow Up Boss, by the way, but you can set in there their birthday is on this day. Every year, 3 days before their birthday, send out this card or whatever, right? Awesome. And I freaking love it because, you got to stay in touch with their database, but I also use it for lead management. We'll talk more about AM cards in the future in more videos. Freaking love it. It also comes with CE courses, Real Scout, which is awesome. If you've never heard of Real Scout, look it up. And Real Scout by itself is expensive. But then it also comes with Zoom Enterprise for free. Well, not for free, but included in it. And then there's also Done For You Marketing. They'll take listing photography for you. They'll install and pick up the yard sign. They'll give you an open house marketing power pack, 3-year seller things, and you pay for that at closing. Just a lot of cool added benefits that not a lot of companies are doing right now. So it is extremely cool that they're offering this as an optional fee, because let's say you're not using any of this, you don't have to pay for it. I did forget to mention it does come with healthcare, like 24 teledoc and prescription drug savings, as you could see on the screenshot that was put up, everything that it comes with. That's LPT Plus. Great place. Again, $0 monthly fee for the LPT standard benefits. All this just gets added on for small monthly fee, just if you wanted to go with any of this. If not, no harm, no foul either. Next, we'll just quickly talk about support. People always talk about, especially like I came from a brick and mortar legacy brokerage before, and one of my biggest concerns was I wasn't going to get the support I needed. I felt like I was going to be out on my own. The answer is you're not. We get quick contact with who we need, when we need, whether it's phone call, whether we have a what's cool about LPT is, as opposed to these brick and mortar brokerages where it's a small brokerage, maybe there's 200 agents there and like 5 staff members. We have staff that take care of the entire, in the entire United States. So the staff is huge. So whether you need to get a hold of your state broker, which in some states there's even multiple, you have a legal question for your broker, whether you need tech support, you talk to the tech department, blah, blah, blah. You can get directly on the phone with somebody. You could do customer service through live chat through LPT Connect, which is like our back end platform. Or you can submit an email ticket if it's something that's not urgent. You don't want to spend the time on the phone, but you want to ask a question or get it checked out. You just submit an email ticket, go back to what you're doing. You eventually get a response. Very awesome, quick, reliable support. That being said, it's not just about support. A lot of people want training. LPT has a gigantic influx of training. Whether you're looking to sell regular homes or luxury homes, or you're looking to learn how to use the power pack, or you're looking to, just hear from Robert Palmer, the CEO, who comes on every Monday and then Friday to talk about certain topics that breaks down real estate. There's a bunch of training and you're always learning. There's almost too much training. I can't go to it all, but there's always something going on. There's pretty much calls every single day, as well as newsletters and recorded trainings you could take. LPT is gonna be, mark my words, LPT is going to be the biggest company. It's gonna knock off another company you might know on top of training. They're gonna be the best training company out there, and we're gonna come to Just like we think of another company when we think about training brokerages, we're going to come to think about LPT that way one day soon. Mark my words. So first came profit share, then came rev share. Now we have what's called hybrid share. What is hybrid share? So remember that we're a hybrid company where people have 2 comp plans that they can switch back and forth from as needed. Don't know if I mentioned that. You can switch back and forth between the 100% and the 80-20 if need be. Very awesome. What's cool about this is hybrid share rewards agents for attracting people to the company, right? So let's say you reached out to me and you were interested about learning more about LPT, and we hopped on a call together and you joined. Let's say. Not saying you should, not saying you shouldn't. But 50% of what you pay as your cap. So let's just use the 80-20 with a $15,000 cap. When I cap at $15,000, 50% of that $15,000 given back to their agents. So LPT Realty is only keeping half of that $15,000 cap, and then the other half of that $15,000 cap is going back to thank the agents for helping grow the company. Because LPT, while we do marketing and all that, loves word of mouth, because nothing sells better than a real estate agent that's actually selling talking to other real estate agents that's actually selling, which it's a great bonus if it's not something you're looking to focus on. That's why there's the 100% model, but it's great if it is something that you might be interested in. So hybrid share lets you earn that based upon, 7 lines, or hybrid share lets you earn that on both plans, whether somebody goes 100% or somebody goes 80-20. Up to 7 levels deep, you can earn what's called hybrid share there. Last but not least is going to be the stock rewards. Stock rewards are great. We're not publicly traded as of the time of recording this video, but by the end of this year, we are going to be pretty much in all 50 states and then breaking into Canada. And what is next coming for the coming year is to go public. So when you sponsor agents or you hit what are called badge rewards, so as you can see here, there's white, silver, gold, and black. The company rewards you with shares. Now, if you're on the business builder, you're getting a certain amount, as you can see here. And when you're on the brokerage partner, you're getting a little bit more. Another added benefit of being on the brokerage partner over the business builder. But again, you're keeping more, you're not paying as much in your split, so that's a cool bonus. Really depends on what's right for you. Now, as you are in stock, you're owning some of the company, so I can technically say I own part of LPT Realty. How cool is that? The cool thing is, for brokerage partners only, when you hit black badge, which is the bottom one there, at 35 transactions, you get 2,000 shares, but you also get $15,000 given to you to use for marketing, which is awesome. Another cool thing about black badge, and that is how stock works. And it's going to be crazy once we actually IPO, which is coming soon. There is no official date, but the idea is like in the next 6 months from the time of recording this video. I'm sure keep an eye out for those up. So that's LPT as a whole. Again, if you're interested in hearing more, click a link down below or go to Talk LPT Realty to schedule one-on-one time with you and me. I can discuss if joining LPT Realty is right for you, because again, it's not right for everybody. And it's going to be biased, no pressure, no obligation, because at the end of that discussion, it's not right for you and it doesn't make sense. No harm, no foul. We go our separate ways, but I'd love to have that conversation with you. So again, reach out to us using the contact info below or go to talklptrealty.com and let's chat about LPT Realty if you're interested.